disappear off the face of the earth, and I'm not going anywhere.
Hey, you okay? Is it just you in here?
Ms. Franke, how do you plead to count 1, aggravated child abuse, a second-degree felony?
Guilty.
To count 3, aggravated child abuse, a second-degree felony?
Guilty.
From being an internet sensation to being labeled as one of the sickest criminals in America, the tale of Ruby Franke is equally thrilling and bizarre. The name of Ruby Franke has been amongst the news for the last few months, and today we'll be going through the complete case of the infamous vlogger, exploring the highs and lows she experienced over the last few years. Now, if you aren't aware, Ruby and her husband, Kevin Franke, had a YouTube channel called The 8 Passengers, where they showed their life and the content primarily focused on their 6 kids. At one point, Ruby used to vlog frequently and had garnered a massive following of over 2 million subscribers.
I think you're torturing him. Stop it. I know you're not, but it looks like you are. Okay, Russell. I'm only gonna say it one more time, and then you're gonna lose the privilege to eat dinner. Chad, what are you doing over there? You no texting at the dinner table. No texting.
Let me see it. Let me see it.
I see it.
We should clarify that in our house, all our kids know that cell phones are free game for parents, so we can monitor safety.
Yeah, no kid ever said, "Yay, I'm so glad my parents read my text messages." Said no.
What is this? I really like you.
There was one thing common in Ruby's videos, and the audience also started to take notice of that. It was Ruby's and her husband's strict parenting style that often garnered attention and even criticism from the public.
It has been amazingly well behaved for being in town.
But you yelled at me.
Shh. The fact that I yell at my kids is a secret. We don't want our viewers to know.
I'll give you the reason why I lost my bedroom. I think so. I think this is the reason. At least this is the reason that's been in my head. It's pretty funny, but now that I look back, I mean, it's pretty depressing.
No, we never told our viewers.
That I woke Russell up at 2 in the morning and told him that we're going to Disneyland and he has to pack. And he got up and made his bed all neatly and then packed all his clothes in a suitcase. And then he walked out the door and I'm like, Russell, he's like, what? And he's all happy.
Chad showed that he was not able to manage himself sharing a bedroom with Russell.
So when we moved, the bigger room in the basement was automatically his, and I didn't have a room, but we like put one on hold for me.
So a lot of you are like, hey, that's not fair because Chad got the lesser bedroom and Russell got the bigger bedroom. Russell got the big bedroom and Chad got the smaller bedroom. And Russell's bigger bedroom also had a bathroom. But what you guys didn't know was Chad didn't get any room. He didn't get anything. He was sleeping on the floor in the family room.
Ruby continued to show such demeanor in her videos, and it became apparent that there was something shady going on behind the scenes. However, despite mounting suspicions, Ruby never seemed to take these concerns seriously and simply brushed them off casually.
I've noticed that you've been hiding from me and you are feeling a lot of embarrassment and shame. I don't know. You tell me what you're feeling.
Mad.
Mad?
Because I really won't get anything this summer. I won't be able to go anywhere. No,
Mine who hate me, who would like to cancel me, who would like to see me either burn in hell, as I have told, or disappear off the face of the earth. And I'm not going anywhere.
However, as criticism began to grow, the family vlog slowed down, and at one point, Ruby's famous channel was deleted from YouTube. According to her, she did that to save her kids from the public, but in reality, there had been the inclusion of one more person in this story, Jody Hildebrand, who was about to reshape Ruby's entire life ahead. Jody was a mental health expert and a licensed therapist in Utah who had formed an improvement group named Connections Classrooms. Ruby got affiliated with her, and both of them started to upload dozens of videos on social media regarding parenting, psychology, religion, and family.
I've shared with Ruby numerous times that anger is actually one of my most favorite emotions. When I first started getting to know you, she's like, anger is my favorite emotion. I'm like, I don't know what I'm dealing with here. Anytime you think I want, fill in the blank, I don't care what it is, That is not love. Love is a gift that you offer because you have generated it inside yourself. And how do you generate love? Well, the only way to generate love is you use your agency to choose principles of truth.
I've been full-time. You wonder where I've been on my vlogs? You wonder why I left YouTube? It's to save my kids. No amount of money. I'm telling you, I was making millions. And I left it because my kids were being hurt. With entitlement, they were being hurt. With people's advice, and they didn't have a mother up the front saying, I don't care what the world's opinion is. This is the truth, and this is where I stand.
Ruby appeared heavily influenced by her new friend Jody, and she was also occasionally joined in by her husband Kevin. They kept on uploading to YouTube before one incident changed everything. On August 30th, 2023, Ruby's 12-year-old son, who was living in Jody's home, escaped and knocked on a neighbor's house for help.
Yes. Hi, I was just wondering if you could do 2 favors.
Well, what are they?
Taking me to the nearest police station. Well, actually, just one's fine.
What's going on, son? Have a seat there.
It's personal business.
Have a seat. What's your name? How'd you get here?
The neighbor was shocked to see the boy's condition as he was severely injured and had marks from tapes around his ankles and wrists. The concerned neighbor immediately dialed 911 and the cops arrived on the scene.
I'll take more. If you want me to send them to you.
Ruby's son was then taken to the hospital, and the authorities went over to Jody's house to arrest her and also search her home. Upon arrival, they were shocked by what they found inside.
That's great. Step out of the house.
No, I'm not going to step out of the
Step
house.
out of the house. Step out of the house.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
We're just gonna see if
Whoa, whoa,
anybody else home.
Wait a minute, how do you come in my house?
Right there.
Look, they come into my house.
Just have a seat right there.
Do you have a search warrant?
Have a seat right there.
Do you have a search warrant?
Have a seat right there. I'll explain everything after. Have a seat right there.
You come in, my buddy. I'm a police officer. Are you going for the union here? Hey, you okay? Is it just you in here? I'm Sergeant Tobler. What's your name? I just have one. Where's your sister at? Contact one. You okay? Huh? You doing okay? You don't want to talk to me? Yeah, that's okay.
Inside the bathroom's closet, officers found Ruby's youngest daughter, who seemed to be in a really bad state, as she wasn't even answering the officers' questions.
We got Jody out here. You know Jody? She's outside with us. You take your time, bud. I'm in no hurry. I'm a police officer. Did you know that? I don't mean to hurt you at all. You doing okay? Are you scared? Yeah? It's okay if I just sit here with you. We don't have to say anything. If you don't want to. Okay?
Control the stairway.
The child was in such a bad mental state that she refused to come out of the closet, and despite several officers trying, it took a lot of time to convince her that it was okay to step out.
You don't want to talk? Okay. There's nothing at all you want to talk about at all? It's okay to talk to me. Are you scared? And that's what we want to do for you. If we want to get you some help too. We are safe. We will not hurt you, and we won't do anything to hurt you.
Ultimately, after 4 hours of convincing, the little girl finally went out with the officers, and just like her brother, she was also transported to the hospital for treatment. On the other hand, the cops also arrested Jody.
Another individual, I don't know if that was you, mentioned that you would explain the purposes behind what you thought were the exigent circumstances. Can you tell us those now?
I can't. You'd have to talk to my sergeant or lieutenant about that.
Could you get them, please?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Let's see. Hop on in. I'll help you if you need.
I had a crash on the right side, my shoulder's screwed up.
Okay. Just be careful then. I'm got you right here as much as I can.
Would it feel more comfortable?
Cuff?
Yeah.
Put 2 cuffs on me. Go ahead and step on out. I got you.
I landed on
So he's gonna
come on out. One more.
We're gonna double cuff you so that you have more room for your shoulders. So he's gonna take one of your hands out. Okay. When he does that, I want you to place that hand on your head for me.
There's one for.
On the same day, the officers went over to Ruby Franke's house and proceeded to arrest her.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Okay.
Is there a restroom right here?
I don't know where it's at.
Wherever you need to use this.
Okay. Yeah, there is one in there. Thank you, sir. I mean, LT.
Ruby had no concern about her kids who were being tortured by her best friend and colleague. She remained expressionless as the officer handcuffed her.
But I'm gonna be taking you back to the police department. Okay. So I'm gonna pop up. If I can fit through here.
You want to put it on one of our vehicles?
Yeah, you want. Okay, just place your hand on your back for me. Perfect. And then right now I can put a finger in each of these, okay? And I'm just gonna double up those so they don't tighten up on you on the way out there. Where's your car?
It's out there.
Yeah.
About by the command.
You don't have anything on you that I should know about, correct? Any weapons, anything that we're gonna find. Before you put you in a police vehicle, we need to search your person to make sure you don't have anything on you. Is there anything you have on you?
Ruby had no remorse on her face and didn't even talk once while the officer searched her and took her to sit in the back of the police car.
Just widen your legs, widen your stance. Yep, perfect. Are you wearing a bra? Okay, I'm just gonna go like this through and make sure you don't have anything. You said you're not wearing a bra? Okay. Is that just like a tank top under here? Okay. Just gonna lift up your hair. Okay. Alright, you're just gonna walk with Officer Hines.
No, go out this way.
And then, hey, Hines.
You want to go this way or that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Later, she was transported to the police station where she was to be interrogated by an officer. As expected, Ruby remained silent and requested the presence of her lawyer during the interrogation.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You want your cuff back? She is definitely not a talker.
She's not? Not anything on.
Even if I ask her a name or just like, not even ask about things, she looks at me and goes,
We also have snacks if you need anything to eat. So I know I introduced myself to you earlier, but my name is Detective Bates, and this is Sergeant Tobler. We're just here to talk to you about kind of a few things involving your kids. So first, do you live down here, or? Or do you live up north? Do you want to talk to me about where you live or how many kids you have?
Maybe you want me to, I can step out if you want.
Or if you feel more comfortable talking to him, I can step out.
I'll wait till I have a lawyer.
Okay. So you didn't talk to us at all?
However, if this wasn't shocking enough, the officers also discovered that 2 of Ruby's daughters had been living miles away from their mother at her friend's Pam Botcher house. The officers quickly went over to her house and detained her.
Just put your hands in front of you, okay? Just gonna place you temporarily under arrest. Okay? I'll explain to you that What are you guys doing? I've explained this already. I'm being as courteous as I can.
Okay, well, I'm gonna call an attorney.
That's fine.
I don't know what's
Yeah, I don't even know what this is all about.
Okay. So I'm gonna explain to you when we get to the car. Yes, I just explained to you that you're being detained right now. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk you to my car. Okay. I need this officer to stay with your husband, and I'm gonna explain everything to you when we get there. Okay. I'm telling you, you may be a good person, but there's a lot of people in this world that aren't.
Right. Well, if DCFS is supposed to take her, then they can take her. I mean, I'm not going to try to fight that. I mean, you know.
That's what they're going to come talk to you about. They left already, so they should be here in the next 10-15 minutes. But Springville just left as I got off the phone with him, so he's probably going to be about 20.
DCFS or whatever it is coming?
Yeah, so DCFS will come for their part first, and then the detective.
So they're just going to ask her if she came willingly to my house and if everything is okay?
And she has to be taken into state custody.
Oh, she does? Okay.
Because I think her parents were arrested.
Okay.
The officers detained Botcher as they waited for DFCS to arrive and take the daughters away.
In the front and one in the back, so I don't know who wants to.
At that point, it also came to notice that Ruby and Kevin had been separated for a year, and the father had not seen his kids for the entirety. Just 2 days after Ruby's arrest, the cops made contact with him, and he still had no remorse for his actions and didn't show any sympathy for his kid.
There you go. Is it all there?
Yes. Yeah, explain to me again why this was not robbery.
Because it's a civil issue. It's you guys are family. She's been in the house before. You haven't been in the house in a year. She had interest in the items. She didn't take them with the intention to deprive you of them. So theft, that's the theft code. We have to prove intent to deprive you of the items. And that wasn't her intent in having them. So the detective sergeant said that we're not going to charge her for anything.
Okay. I'll have to do some more research on that.
You're welcome to do that. If you want to follow up with our detective, you can do so.
Yeah, he'll be here on Tuesday. His name's Sergeant McCoy.
Well, Ruby and Jody both had been arrested and were being charged with 6 counts of felony child abuse. Surprisingly, on December 18th, Ruby Franke appeared in court and, through a plea deal, pled guilty to 4 counts of felony child abuse.
Ms. Franke, how do you plead to count 1, aggravated child abuse, a second-degree felony?
Guilty.
To count 3, aggravated child abuse, a second-degree felony?
Guilty.
To count 5, aggravated child abuse, a second-degree felony?
Guilty.
And to count 6, aggravated child abuse, a second-degree felony?
With my deepest regret and sorrow for my family and my children, guilty.
Due to this plea deal, Ruby saw 2 of her charges getting dropped. Later, during her sentence hearing, Ruby displayed much more emotions than she did while being arrested.
Fortunately, Ruby came to the stark realization of the errors in her thinking patterns and subsequent actions. To say that she was horrified by this realization would be to put it mildly. I have marveled at how quickly Ruby abandoned her defensive stance and moved toward her total acceptance of her actions and to her sentence today. So far, she has used her time in jail to unwrap the layers upon layers of deceit and deception foisted upon her over the last 4 years by an unscrupulous individual. Ruby realizes that she still has work to do in shedding those thinking errors and to reestablish a better and correct pattern of thinking and behavior. Ruby realizes that changing her thinking, reestablishing relationships, and healing are not simple or easy tasks. However, she is committed to doing that work. I would like the court to know that Ruby Franke is a delightful, respectful, and responsible person. She is open to feedback and addressing the consequences of her actions head on, and now ready to address your honor and accept your judgment.
Shockingly, her attorney tried to prove Ruby as a kind person and mother who had just been brainwashed by her friend Jody. Ruby, on the other hand, also addressed the court and tried apologizing to everyone she had hurt.
You were the angels who came and saved my children. I especially want to thank Detective J. Bate. She plucked me out of a situation I didn't know how to get out of. And the moment she handcuffed me was the moment I gained my freedom. You were not the controlling ones. I was. Thank you to the medical staff at Intermountain Hospital. Your skill, tenderness, and professionalism helped to heal my children. Jody and I inflicted the injuries, not the hospital. Thank you to DCFS, the Children's Justice Center, Judge Basil, and other key adults. You've gathered my children under your wing and offered them love, compassion, encouragement. You were not the ones who were doing the brainwashing. Thank you to my Bishop Tom Hawks and my state president Jim Nilsson.
Shortly after, Ruby also mentioned her husband and went on to claim how she betrayed him.
My mother-in-law, father-in-law, Kevin's family, my cousins, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, and neighbors. You all saw the warning signs long before I did, and you did what you could. You wanted to help, but I pushed you away. My mother and father, I have been utterly wretched to you. You have offered me unconditional love, and for that I have offered you unconditional contempt. My siblings and their spouses, because of my decision to roll around in a pigsty, I have dragged your families through the mud in public. Kevin, my husband of more than 23 years, you are the love of my life. I'm so sorry to leave to you to finish what we both started together. The ending of our marriage is a tragedy. And you are wrapped around my heart in a knot I'll never be able to undo.
Well, this was indeed a tragedy. Moments later, the judge announced his verdict.
The sentence will be that Ms. Franke serve 4 counts, 4 1 to 15-year sentences based on her convictions for 4 counts of aggravated child abuse. Again, they will be served consecutively pursuant to the parties' agreement and the applicable statute. Under the applicable statute, the court finds that that consecutive sentences are appropriate. Ms. Franke, the last thing I do need to tell you is that you have only 30 days to file or to perfect an appeal of any errors of the court by filing a written notice of appeal with the clerk of the court. If you don't do that within 30 days, you will lose your right to appeal. You also have the right to the assistance of an attorney on appeal and to have one appointed if you cannot afford to hire your own. Restitution, as agreed by the parties, will remain open for a period of 8 months. Any of the parties can bring that matter back before the court within that period of time.
The judge ended up sentencing her to 4 counts of aggravated assault, which meant that she would serve up to 30 years in prison. However, she wasn't the only person convicted, as Judy was also charged with similar felony. Like Ruby, she pleaded guilty to 4 charges, resulting in 2 being dropped. Furthermore, her attorney also addressed the court in an attempt to garner sympathy for her.
My experience with Ms. Hildebrandt is that she is not the person that she has been portrayed to be. But having said that, she has accepted responsibility in this case. She has entered into this plea agreement with a stipulated sentence of 4 consecutive sentences. She did that at the time she entered into the plea agreement, knowing that that would be the court's order. She is before the court today knowing that that will be the court's order, and she fully accepts that. She accepts responsibility, and she accepts the consequences for her conduct.
And just like that, Jody also addressed the court, tears streaming down her face, indicating that she had learned from her past experiences.
I sincerely love these children. I desire for them to heal physically and emotionally. One of the reasons I did not go to trial is that I did not want them to emotionally relive the experience which would have been detrimental to them. My hope and prayer is that they will heal and move forward to have beautiful lives. I am willing to submit to what the state feels would be an appropriate amount of time served to make retribution as an outcome.
And in answer to your question, Your Honor, I knew that whatever she might say to the author of the pre-sentence report would probably sound hollow and self-serving, and perhaps it does today. But I know that my client, in the statement that she makes to the court today, that statement is absolutely sincere.
Does Ms. Hildebrandt recognize that it's her behavior that caused the harm to the children that she's referred to in her statement?
Your Honor, she recognizes that she was, along with Ms. Franke, that she made decisions with respect to the discipline of those children that were wrong, that caused harm to those children.
It appeared as if the judge was also pretty shocked by Jody's behavior and her role in this horrific child abuse case, as he proceeded to sentence her, all while expressing his disbelief and frustration at her actions.
This circumstance is tragic. It's largely, of course, of your making. By any measure, your conduct in this case was disastrous for these children. Adults are supposed to protect children. Adults with specialized training in particular are supposed to protect children. You didn't do that in this case. In this case, you terrorized children, and the results have been tragic. It's what happened to these children, and your philosophy in dealing with them frankly seems detached from reality or any objective standard of decency or even common sense. And the court finds that it is appropriate that you serve a prison sentence. The court finds under the statute, Utah Code 76-3-401, that given the gravity and circumstances of the offenses, the number of victims, and the history and character and needs of the defendant, that consecutive sentences are appropriate. The court imposes 4 1 to 15-year sentences to be again served consecutively for each of the 4 counts of aggravated child abuse.
Just like her friend Ruby, Jody was also sentenced to 30 years of prison that was to be served continuously. Kevin also filed for divorce and is attempting to get custody of his children. Now, this remains unclear whether the children were abused even before Jody's involvement with Ruby or not. Time will tell, but as for now, we all should be relieved about the fact that both Jody and Ruby will be spending many years behind bars. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today, we got to study the disturbing case of Ruby Franke and how a mother went on to brutally assault and abuse her children. It was definitely disturbing to uncover the facts of this case, but luckily she is now behind bars. I do hope that this story serves as a lesson to every abusive and neglectful parent out there and urges them to change their ways for the betterment of their kid. If you agree with me, please consider showing your support by liking this video, and also make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here.